Oh, sorry, you can really hear me. Thank you guys so much for coming to the Kids Come First Forum. Here in Davison Schools, our motto is where kids come first and futures begin. And I'm really excited to see all of you guys come out because this is really about the kids tonight. So I just want to welcome you guys here to our first, maybe I don't know what Future Kids Come First Forum, but this is a great chance for the community to come and meet those running for school board. I want to personally thank Allison North and Travis Howell for helping to host this event. This was actually Allison's idea, and it's awesome to see it come to fruition. So thank you so much for doing this for the community here in Davison. We've been through a little bit of a crazy timeline of events trying to find a location for this. We were hoping to be able to host it at the school and then the township, and we kept getting the door kind of slammed on us a little bit there, but the VFW hall was wonderful to host us. There was a fee, and we have some amazing sponsors for the evening. Some of them sitting in the audience tonight. Lori Tallman, thank you so much. When the township shut the doors on us, she was willing to, she offered to pay whatever cost there was going to be to rent a room. So Lori Tallman, thank you for that. Revive and Thrive is come together and support this event. So thank you guys. Candidates, thank you very much for being willing to, for first of all having the courage to run for a public office. I know this is nonpartisan, and I want to make sure that we know that this is a nonpartisan event tonight, but thank you guys for having the courage to run and serve the community, and hopefully this will be a great chance for the community to get to know you guys tonight. Community, thank you guys for coming up tonight. I'm pleasantly surprised to see all of you guys. Thank you for making the time to do this. So, kind of the format tonight, if you guys, I'm going to borrow this real quick. It's your space, Amber. If you guys checked in, you would have seen 2 pieces of paper. Hopefully you guys got those. This will be the schedule for tonight and a little snapshot of the candidates. So you guys have some information to go on. Now, I know you guys are here to ask your questions and get to know the candidates, and I just want to remind us that we are here to ask our questions, not argue our opinion with anybody, if that makes sense. So you're here to kind of find out who best you feel will serve you in the aspect of the school board according to your values and beliefs, but we're not here to argue our values and beliefs with anybody, if that makes sense. The Cardinal Code, there's 3 things in there that we really want you guys to focus on tonight. That's being, I'm totally drawing like cards. Courteous, respectful, and supportive are the 3 things to the Cardinal Code I really want us to remember and focus on tonight, okay? We will have moderators at every one of the tables. Moderators, if you guys will just raise your hand so they know who you are. Thank you guys also for serving the community tonight. We just want to make sure that the candidates, they feel safe and respected, and we don't want any ruckus tonight, okay guys? Can we just be nice tonight? Let's be kind. So let's have this be a fun event where we get to know each other, and yeah. So I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to turn it over to Allison. She's going to get it started off with asking the candidates the questions.
Don't want to trip you. Everybody's ready to start tonight. All right, again, thank you all for being here. We're just really excited to have this opportunity, and thank you again to the candidates for their courage to be here as well. We will start by giving all of the candidates a chance to do about a 1-minute introduction of themselves, and then we'll move into the 2 prepared questions that you have on the paper in front of you.
Hello. My name is Alicia Hensley. I was born and raised in Davison, Michigan, and I attended and graduated from Davison Schools. I remained in Davison, obtained my bachelor's and master's degree in social work while helping my parents run their business. I'm happily married to another Davison graduate, and we have 3 kids, twin 6th graders and an 8th grader. There are a few reasons I wanted to tell you as part of my introduction why I'm running for school board. First, I love the Davison community. My parents were born and raised here. They raised my brother and I here, and I am very proud to say I'm raising my children here. Second of all, I firmly believe that our school board needs a member with children in the district to be the voice of other parents. And lastly, our board has been tainted by politics, leaving political views at the door and placing the kids and educators first is my priority. It is time to restore positivity and respect on our board. I've been attending the Davison School Board meetings on a regular basis, volunteering within the schools, and have invested myself in the education that's being provided to my children. I am well prepared to represent the Davison Community Schools.
Good job, Alicia. So my name is Curtis McMahon. Some of the things about me is I did grow up here in Davison as well. I started out at Thompson, graduated and went to Gates, graduated and went to middle school, and finally graduated from Davison High School in 2004. So I'm a lifer, and I love every second of it. I did move away to college at LBU College for a couple of years there, and came back, and I've loved every second of it. I do have 3 boys in the district, Maven, Crew, and Hux. Maven is in the middle school, Crew and Hux are at Hill. Currently, I'm the girls' varsity golf coach, so I have some rapport with high school students as well as younger kids. My wife is currently the Davison girls' basketball coach, varsity coach, so again, sticking with Cardinal Fever. I had to go back and look at this, but I have had the opportunity to coach 66 different youth programs here at Davison. So in terms of being well informed with what these kids want and need, they want love, they want respect, they want the ability to excel and exceed. We can provide that for them. Any one of these people can provide that for them. Just really find out which one fits you. I have a business in town, and we're just engrossed in this area. So hopefully you'll come up to vote November 8th, and hopefully I'm on the ballot for you. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Diane Hines, and I'm a current school board member seeking for re-election to the board. My husband and I chose Davison to be our hometown before we even started our family, because we loved the school system in the small town feel of Davison. I volunteered many hours in different areas of the school with classroom help, PTO, mentoring with Kids Home, band boosters, and more. I have a strong financial background, and my experience is well-rounded, and I love our school system. I would be honored to serve another term as a school board member. I feel that my experience as a board member is a very important quality.
Thank you. Hey, my name is Kyle Robinson. I'd just like to thank everybody for being able to put this on. This is awesome. I was pleasantly surprised how many people showed up. I know everybody's very interested in the school board. I didn't realize this many people were interested in the school board. So thanks everybody for coming out. My name is Kyle Robinson. I've lived in the Davison area for about 12 years now. I've been married to my wife. We have 3 different kids, 1 on the way. We have a 4th grader, a 1st grader, 1 that's not in school yet. Like I said, another 1 on the way. I have a business in the town with Edward Jones right across the street. Plan to be here for a long time, here to stay, and excited to be here. Thanks.
Hello everyone, I'm Amber Wright. I am a mother of 4, 3 school-age children. Lincoln is at the middle school, Kinsley is at Hahn, and Fisher is at Gates. Dempsey comes with me to all the buildings because he's 3. I'm involved in the PTO at Hahn and at Gates, where I've served as the president for the last 3 plus the COVID year, wasn't there. And then on for the board at the middle school secretary and Thompson officer as well. I have a master's degree, well, I received my bachelor's degree from Western Michigan in education, and then I went on to get my master's through the Growth program. I taught for 11 years, but I really have been in the classroom for like the past 30 years. My mom's a teacher, there's a lot of teachers in the family, and kind of grew up in the classroom. I do enjoy kids a lot. I have a lot of kids. Beyond that, though, I am just really involved in the community, lots of work at the PTO. I've coached the AYSO soccer program for the past 6 years, 7 years, and just really enjoy little people and making them happy. And I enjoy the big kids too, just I've not had much experience in the high school just yet here in Davison. where I taught for 11 years, though. Small little community school, Genesee, just north of Kersley, and it was one big building, K-12, so it was fun to watch your kiddos grow up and stay within the same community. Getting to know lots of faces and kiddos in the area, it's just what I like to do. So that's me. All right, so we have prepared 2 questions, and we're going to ask one at a time. So we'll ask one and allow everyone to answer it, and then we'll ask the second and go back through. So the first question is, what qualifications makes you an excellent candidate for school board, and what do you hope to accomplish if elected?
Thank you. Well, I'd like to start by saying I have 17 years experience working with diverse populations, advocating for their mental health. This also includes case management, helping individuals resolve medical issues, as well as taking administrative roles in their care. With the mental health crisis many of the students face, I can bring my educational and professional expertise to assist the Davison schools in meeting the needs of our kids right now. I volunteer within the Davison School District. I have regularly attended the board meetings so that I am up to date with the current matters going on in our school right now. I also have previous board experiences. I was previously an active member for many years on the Genesee County Commission on Aging, serving 2 of those years as board secretary. Following that, I joined the Geriatric Social Workers of Southeast Michigan and having held the role of president for the last 5 years. Alongside my professional career, I'm a mother of 3 kids and have become a strong advocate within the schools for them. Work I hope to accomplish. First, I would like to focus on mental health services, as that is my expertise. I plan to play a key role in the ESSER funding that has been granted to our district, the COVID money, if people don't know what the ESSER funding is, that is available and allocated for mental health services. And I hope to help that be utilized to its fullest potential within our district for the kids and the staff. Another topic I want to focus on is special education services. Along with advocating to strengthen our current services that are in place, I would also like to advocate for adapted playground equipment, sensory rooms, and other specialized resources throughout the district that we do not currently have, so that all kids have the same opportunities. And lastly, positivity and respect within our classrooms to decrease the ongoing issues of bullying and behavioral disturbances that my own kids experience every single day, along with strengthening our policies that address bullying within the schools. And that's what I hope to accomplish and work on, among other things. I'm sure that will come. Thank you.
There's a lot of qualities that all of us have. I think what makes me stand out is being a Davison community resident, being part of my life. Also having 3 kids that all go to Davison, I think it's a wonderful opportunity. But what really I think makes me have an opportunity to do this is being on the boards that I'm on. I'm already currently working with educators in the district through the Davison Educational Foundation. We're able to give grants and scholarships to not only teachers but also to students. Part of the Davison Community Fund, in which allows us to gift grants to community organizations to future or to fund projects in the area, so in the community. Part of the Davison Optimist Club, also on their board, which obviously is straight for the youth. We are just looking for kids in Davison that need help, whether it's funding or whether it's through scholarships. And then lastly, I'm on the Davison Township PDA board as well. Do a lot of great things in the community, but one of the big things that I think I can bring to the table is my collaborativeness, able to work with others, able to take something very complex and be able to talk it through, be open to ideas. I think that's something that's ever so critical in today's world, is being open to an opposing idea and not just shutting it down. I have the ability to be able to do that. And then if elected, I just want to bring unity. I think we're in a time where we need unity, and it needs to start on the board. If we can get along, if we can be a blessing in people's lives every day, don't take blessings, be a blessing, I think we're in good shape. We're right there. We're very, very close, and I hope to be that person that can bring all that together.
My qualifications would make me an excellent candidate for the school board. building, grounds and transportation, finance, policy and planning, personnel and curriculum, and extracurricular programs and technology. My profession has been geared towards finance, which is very helpful with our school's large budget. I've worked in banking and was a business manager for 2 different churches. I managed the finances of my husband's business for over 10 years, and I currently own my own business, Sweet Afterthoughts Bakery. I have years of service working with youth. I volunteered many hours to the schools over the years, and as a youth group leader, over 30 years, making great connections with teens in our groups. So my love for the kids can show through that. And my experience with my own 4 children being in Davison schools has also been extremely pleasant.
Is that good? Yeah. So I think I have a few qualifications that provide value to the school board, but the ones that I wanted to highlight were more so my abilities. My ability to problem solve without strife, ability to ask difficult questions, ability to listen to difficult answers, ability to understand and construct a budget, and ability to relate with parents in the district. I think the most important and valuable of those abilities are the ability to be able to ask difficult questions and problem solve without strife. And that's what I would hope to bring as a value to the board, with the perception it's given itself to the community as of late. You have to be aware of the community and the staff's perception of the board and be willing to accept responsibility of that perception without finger pointing, to think outward and not inward. If elected, I hope to win back the community's trust in our board, as well as improve the safety of our schools inside and out. No child or parent should have to worry about school safety, bullying included. Excuse me. We've seen some incidents of bullying here just as of recently. We should never have to worry for our child if he or she is going to be the next viral sensation, whether they're going to be the victim or the one causing the harm. Also, I would bring my knowledge in being with a creative budget and financial planning to as a value to the school board as well.
Hello again, friends. So my experience in the classroom, both with the students as a teacher and then as a parent, I think gives me a lot of qualified opportunities there. Sorry, I'm struggling with words. I think that helps for me to see both sides of the story of all these kiddos. I'm a doer, I'm an outside of the box thinker, and I ask a ton of questions. I don't get intimidated when others ask me questions. I try to understand where they're coming from, and I try to give my platform, or not platform, that's the wrong word, but my perspective, and then we can kind of go forward with that. I think that everyone is unique in their own way of thinking and learning, and they can bring that to the table, and it creates a better team. The more people you have on your team, the better and more successful you can be. So there's my experience. And if elected, there is a huge, Kyle mentioned it with the social media thing, but I think kiddos today don't really have an opportunity to get away from the social media. Some of our parents find technology and social media okay for their kids, but what's the other offer or other opportunity that they have? I would like to work with maybe the community, creating a social media timeout. And if it can start little, hey, here's an opportunity where you can go into the community and do this, and here's an incentive. It could be a monetary incentive, it could just be a prize incentive, it could be something. But it's giving them an opportunity to interact with kiddos at their age and other community members in a positive way. That's going to help them, build stronger bonds with people and learn that, we can talk to people face to face rather than through the screen in a negative way. So something I'd like to kick off. Also, being part of the PTO, when I first started at Gates, the PTO was or the meetings were consistent of just the board members, so 4 plus the principal. My time as the president, we're now over 25 to 30 people that come. Everyone feels like they have a voice, feels like they're welcome, and they enjoy coming, and I enjoy having them there. So there's that.
All right, and our second and final question is, what do you see as the biggest challenges for Davison Community Schools?
Okay, so I think we have a lot of challenges ahead of us, whether elected or not. I think there's challenges to advocate for on all levels. But right now, our school boards are in a very trying time in today's world. I anticipate challenges for all school boards and districts in regarding declining test scores from the COVID shutdown, COVID learning recovery for our children, and the mental health of our students, but not only our students, but our staff that are dealing with everything every single day. And staff retention as educators are leaving the field and making it possible for our staff to have the resources that they need to stay where they're at. All of this while facing the task of assuring that the funding that's coming in is spent to its fullest potential to benefit our educators and students. I know that currently our district is seeing an increase in violence, verbal altercations, and chronic bullying between students, as we've seen on social media and in the news this week and last week. But I believe that mental health crisis of our younger generations is at the core of these issues. While I believe and would encourage that our district needs to implement stricter consequences for those students that engage in the behaviors, it's not always the school board that directly develops the policies and procedures within each building. However, I would always advocate for anti-bullying protocols and promote safety within our schools as for all of our kids as a board member. The mental health of our students, as I have mentioned, per state research and the U.S. research is in a crisis state. As my professional experience is in the mental health field, I believe that my ideas and knowledge would greatly benefit the Davison students and staff. Mental health issues for a developing child can lead to all sorts of challenges we are experiencing right now within our schools, bullying, behavioral disturbances, and a multitude of other issues. I myself have so much to learn still and never claim to have all of the answers, but with every challenge that I would face as a board member, I will address it with research and knowledge before making any assumptions or decisions. At the forefront of my advocacy and decisions would be the educators, students, and the parents. Thank you.
Mine's not that quite that long. So I truly think the administration, teachers, and kids are all doing a fantastic job. It's just a matter of being able to focus and get some of these challenges out of the way, because there are a lot of challenges too, but I do think they're doing a great job. I think as it pertains to the school board, though, I do think the biggest challenge we face is the politics and political agendas. I truly don't care. As a financial advisor in the area, you know, I gotta talk out of both sides of my mouth all day long. I don't care if the person sitting across from me is a Democrat or Republican. It truly doesn't matter to me, and it doesn't matter to the market. It doesn't matter at all. But where it does matter is the school board. It cannot be a Republican school board. It cannot be a Democratic school board. It just simply can't. And I don't know if it is or not. I feel like it is, and that's where I want to get away from, is bringing that unity and bringing the opportunity to not let that be in our decision making. Because simply the way it's put is kids have to come first. Agendas do not. I want all kids to feel like they're safe, they're welcome, and have the exceptional ability to do great things. So that's my answer.
What do I see as the biggest challenges? Funding has always been one of the biggest challenges for Davison schools, because Davison is one of the districts who receive the lowest per pupil funding from the state. For years, Davison has carefully had to stretch our dollars to make students maximum opportunities on a limited budget. The other challenge that I picked to share tonight would be keeping our curriculum current with employment demands, especially in technology. Keeping up with those changes is difficult and often costly, but Davison so far has stayed on the forefront of this challenge.
Mine's a little bit shorter and sweeter, like Curtis's and Diane's, but I think the biggest challenge I see is the student, himself or herself, with the pace that the world is changing as of late, and the eagerness we have for new technology and social media, and the ease of information that the kids have. I think the biggest challenge for the school board, the teachers and administration, is going to be the student themselves and the world changing. That being said, I think to combat that is to make sure that there are parents on the school board. So it's really the best way to relate to and see these students firsthand is to be able to see them in your own home. So, the students.
taught respect. Kiddos come into the classroom and they don't know how to respect their peers, they don't know how to respect the materials provided to them, they don't know how to respect their teachers, and it's just having a trickle-down effect across the board. Teachers are stressed with what they have to get through in their day, through their lesson planning, and they don't have a lot of wiggle room to be creative with allowing more opportunities for those respectful lessons or engagement. But like if we can allow them time in their schedule, that would allow them to teach respect and a little bit more social emotional play, or that they can communicate well with the students next to them. I think it would help build those relationships within the classroom, and then that would trickle out to the bigger picture. And of course, our board, I think also, not current board up here, because we're not currently on the board, but some friends within the board do struggle with being respectful, and I think that could just set a better example and we get a better look.
Thank you to all the candidates for answering those questions. I think it was pretty informative. At this time, we are going to have the candidates spread out to their respective tables around the room. And then you, as the community, are welcome to walk up and speak to them, ask your own questions. But again, remember that we are trying to keep this a positive and respectful environment. And just again, thank you so much for being here today. Thanks. I know.